Today we're going to look at linear story problems. We are going to spend 2 days on this. So today we're just going to do 4 examples and see where we are after that. So let's look at number 1. Now before we look at number 1, let's talk about the equation that we have learned for lines, okay? So we have y equals mx plus b. Now in that equation we have a number for m, which is our slope, which can also be seen as a rate. We also have our b value, which is our y-intercept, or a lot of times referred to as our starting point. So that kind of helps me keep that in mind to figure out where I put the numbers as I go through story problems. So let's go through this first one. The first thing I'm going to do is highlight any numbers that I have, and then we're going to figure out where they go in the equation. So suppose that a water level of a river is 34 feet, that it's receding at a rate of 0.5 feet per day. Write an equation for the water level L after D days. In how many days will the water level be 26 feet? So I'm not going to worry about that last line yet. We're going to get our equation first. So if it's receding, that tells me it's going down, okay? As soon as I see rate, I think, oh, that's my slope. The 34 is the level it started at, which would be my b. So I have y equals negative 0.5, that's my slope, it's going down 0.5 feet per day, and it started at a positive 34 feet. I'm going to change this y to what it wanted, so level of water L. So there's your equation. We have our rate, negative 0.5, we have our starting point, 34. Now from the last part, in how many days will the water level be 26 feet? All right, so we have that 26, right? Where's that 26 going to go? Is that the number of days or is that the water level? 26 feet, that would be the water level. We're trying to figure out how many days, so we're solving for D. So I'm going to plug that 26 in for L. We have 26 equals negative 0.5D plus 34. I want you to pause the video and solve for D. Okay, so you should have subtracted 34 to the other side to get negative 8. And then you should have divided negative 8 by negative 0.5 to get 16 equals D. What does that mean? That means after 16 days, the water level will hit 26 feet. Okay, let's try the next one. Seth's father is thinking of buying his son a 6-month movie pass for $40. With the pass, matinees cost $1. If matinees are normally $3.50 each, how many times must Seth attend in order for it to benefit his father to buy the pass? Okay, so I'm going to ignore that last line again because that's plugging and chugging. Let's get our equation first. So the movie pass, no matter what, is $40. That would be my starting point, or my B value. No matter what, my dad would have to pay $40. With that pass, each time I go to a matinee, I would be paying $1. That would be my M. Every time I go, I pay $1. Okay, so my equation, I'm paying $1 every time I go, plus I already had to pay $40. There's your equation. Now let's figure out how to solve it. So if matinees are normally $3.50 each, how many times must Seth attend in order for it to benefit his father to buy the pass? So if we want two things to be equal, we're looking at putting this $3.50 on the other side. And it's $3.50 per time we go. So we use our X again. Okay, now we're going to solve. So I'm going to subtract X over. And then I'm going to divide. Okay, 40 divided by 2.5 gives us what? And what does that stand for? That's the other part that I really want you guys to think about. Okay, it gives us 16, but what's that stand for? That means after 16 matinees, it would be equal to the price of just paying in full. So I would have to go to more than 16 matinees in order for that pass to be beneficial. Okay, let's look at the next one. For babysitting, Nicole charges a flat fee of $3 plus $5 per hour. Write an equation for C cost after H hours of babysitting. I want to stop there, and I want you guys to write your equation. Okay, so you should have y equals, my slope was my 5 per, that tells me that's a slope. Whoops, I'm using the wrong variables here. My cost would be 5 per hour, plus, no matter what, I charge $3. Okay, from there, what do you think the slope and the y-intercept represent? Well, the slope is what? That's what we charge per hour. That's our hourly rate. And what's the y-intercept represent? Okay, that's my base fee. No matter what, you have to pay $3. Now the next line, how much money will she make if she babysits 5 hours? Okay, so I want you to take a second, pause the video, and figure out if you're plugging the 5 in for the C or the H. Okay, we should plug it in. It's 5 hours, so we're putting in for H. So we have C equals 5 times 5 plus 3. That gives us 25 plus 3, which is 28. So the cost for 5 hours is $28. Okay, let's look at the last one. A plumber charges $25 for a service call and $50 per hour. Write an equation, slope-intercept form, C cost after H hours. Okay, so C cost, let's see. Whoops. We have our C equals. What would our rate be? Our rate would be the per hour. So this would be my slope. So I have 50 per hour. Plus, we're charged what? $25 no matter what, just to go out. So there's your equation. What will be the total cost for 8 hours of work and 10 hours of work? Okay, so for 8 hours of work, again, that's hours, so we're going to plug it in for hours. So we have 50 times 8 plus 25. Okay, 50 times 8 would be 400 plus 25 would be 425. I want you to pause the video and figure out how much it would be for 10 hours of work. So for 10 hours of work, we would do 50 times 10 plus 25. That would give us 500 plus 25. So it would be $525 for 10 hours of work. Okay, let your teacher know if you don't understand any of this, and we'll try to help you as much as we can. And then make sure that you get your practice done. Have a great day.